Okay, hey guys, and welcome back to Black and Behind the Scenes. I'm Antoinette.
And I'm Brittany.
What's going on, Brittany? How have you been, girl?
I'm good. I see you repping your DC Black Film Festival shirt.
Oh yeah, I am. I had to like
Awesome. Shout out to Kevin, director of the DC Black Film Festival.
absolutely. I saw that. I think he did something virtually this year for the film festival versus, of course, because we can't be in person. Um, of tickets and things like that. Did you participate in anything this year of any film festivals?
Well, I'm the volunteer coordinator for the DC Black Film Festival. So I helped to organize the virtual events that we had this year. So yeah, we did virtual.
Nice. Okay, very cool. How did that go?
It went well. Everyone had to pivot. We weren't the only film festival who had to pivot and do something virtual. And the platform that we had the films on was a good platform. Of course, it would be nice to interact with people in person and do all of that, but we just couldn't. So we're hoping this year we can get back to face.
Absolutely. I can't wait. And I also can't wait for our show to be invited to film festivals and to interview people and to do some cool stuff. So I'm excited about that in the future. Um, but just a caveat. I don't know if you want to go into this or not because I know this is not, I don't know if this is one of your favorite people, but I just thought it was very interesting. Have you heard about Dave Chappelle? What's going on with that? How what he's been up to lately?
I heard he had COVID. Is it something different?
Well, yes, he did have COVID, but more so, he just won his intellectual property back from Comedy Central.
From Comedy Central.
Yeah, and
Well, I know he had that battle going on. Was that with Netflix when they put all of his content on Netflix and he wanted it back, right?
yes, so it was more so his beef with Comedy Central more so and Viacom. So he had his fans boycott the Dave Chappelle show on all streaming platforms, and because it was such a success, he actually got his intellectual property back, and so now he owns the Dave Chappelle show and his name back.
Okay.
So I thought that was a huge feat for a creative in the industry that I don't think we've seen that before, where someone, had their rights taken from them from their earlier agreements signed in their career to later be able to get that back and actually get paid the money that he was owed or they were owed um, from years ago.
Yeah, that is interesting. I don't think I've ever known a case to do that as well. So I'm wondering about distribution. So will they stop showing it on Comedy Central? How is he now going to show reruns of the Chappelle show?
Now the Chappelle show is back on Netflix. So I guess he's allowed it to be on their streaming platform service. And to be completely honest, my prediction is that he's going to revive the Chappelle show on Netflix. I could see that happening now. Now that he owns the rights to it, and now that he put it back on the platform, I could see that within a year or so that the Chappelle show would be back.
Interesting. Okay, well, we'll stay tuned to see if what you are saying is going to come true. Antoinette Cleo, fortune teller.
Okay, guys. And on that note, let's jump into some headline news. There's a lot that has been going on, and I've been so excited to, come with Brittany and kind of share these feelings of these things that are happening in the industry. It's so much going on. So the first up in headline news, guys, is that the Best Man limited series. This is okay. Let me rewind really quick. Sorry. The first two headlines that I'm going to be discussing tonight come from Deadline. And the first one is that the Best Man limited series with the original cast has been ordered by Peacock by Malcolm D. Lee, who was the creator of The Best Man Holiday, I believe. and Diane Lynn North. So, Brittany, what are your thoughts about The Best Man coming out on Peacock as a limited series?
Um, Now this may be an unpopular opinion, but I don't want to see it. I don't need I don't need a best man reboot. Like, I don't need to know what's going on with those characters' lives. I don't think I really care for the best man Christmas. Um I think, let's just dead that. I'm not interested in knowing what's gonna happen with them. Is that an unpopular opinion?
I don't think so, because although this has been the buzz of the internet lately, it wasn't. I didn't really see too many reviews on whether people felt hot or cold about it. It's just something that popped up, and people were like, "Oh, okay, interesting." That was my first thought of it. I just thought interesting. I feel that this was kind of, is it needed? I don't think so, because my first thought was if Morris Chestnut's character, what's his name on the show? God, his name is slipping my mind. But if his character,
Say it again.
Lance.
yeah, if Lance, remarries or has, a girlfriend, that's going to piss me off. So I'd really, I don't know what I would want to see from this.
Yeah, no, I'm not interested to know what they're doing.
Yeah, I did like the sequel that they did, The Best Man Christmas, but that that's about it for me. I mean, I definitely won't be subscribing to Peacock and watching it. I don't think so.
And that's my other problem is, like, to me, it's not an incentive to tune in or purchase a subscription to Peacock to watch this, because although Peacock is part of NBC, is part of their NBC is a broadcast network. Programming on NBC, the network is free. However, what NBC, CBS, ABC are doing is putting additional content that's not on the networks on these streaming sites, and girl, I just can't. Not unless it's going to have some type of Hulu partnership. I'm not going to do it.
I agree. I'm tired of these companies doing these split content on different platforms kind of thing. I love the partnership that Hulu has with who is it again? Who is there with CW and FX and yeah, all these other entities, and the next day you get to see it. I like that. If we could do that and have that kind of partnership where, okay, people who subscribe to our cable subscription get it the first night it comes out, and then everyone else gets it, I wouldn't mind a week later. I mean, it's fine. But I don't want to subscribe to another service and do this. Like, I'm tired.
Yeah, no.
No, I'm just, yeah, no. Okay. All right, well, fantastic. Oh gosh. All right, guys. So the next headline that I have coming up is that the CW hands pilot order to Ava DuVernay's Naomi. So I want to break down kind of what a pilot order is, so those who don't know will have a better understanding. So according to Backstage.com, a pilot order occurs when the network feels that all necessary pieces are in place to give a pilot a green light. So meaning that this particular series will be moving forward. And the reason why I stated that is because it was reported back in December by Deadline that the Naomi TV series was going to be in the works at the CW. So now that the series was in the works, it's actually got the green light. So this is something that's going to move forward into production and to be seen. So I wasn't familiar with Naomi, the comic books, the DC universe, but to give everyone a backstory of what this show is, the show will follow a teenage girl's journey from her small northwestern town to the heights of the multi-universe. When a supernatural event shakes her hometown to the core, Naomi sets out to uncover its origins, and what she discovers will change everything we believe about our heroes. So, how do you feel about this series, Brittany? Do you have any thoughts about this coming to TV, Ava DuVernay being a part of it, or any thoughts of who you think should play Naomi? That's a real big question.
Well, I don't even know anything about the series, so I couldn't even give you any clue about who I think should play Naomi. Um, I do find it interesting that the CW is diversifying its superhero slate. You know, they recently just cast their first, or all, not all black, but the first black Batwoman. And now we have another superhero. We have Black Lightning, which is in this last season. But it's interesting. I don't know what Naomi's about. Is it part of DC or Marvel? Do we know?
DC.
I'm not really familiar with DC comic book characters except for Batman and Superman and Wonder Woman.
Girl, me neither. I'm not this whole like universe into DC. I don't know nothing about it. I just watch them just because. Oh, okay, cool. A new Batman movie's coming out. Let me watch or whatever. So that's my knowledge and my extent to any of this stuff. So yeah.
So is Naomi in the comic books? Is she a black woman, a black girl?
She's a black girl in the comic book. Yeah, it's a black character. So I didn't know anything about it, but I did look at to what Naomi looks like. And the person I think, or two people that came to mind when I saw what she looks like, is I think Chloe and Halle could play her. Either one, because they're both good actresses, and I believe she has either locks or braids, and I think either one of those young ladies would be a perfect fit to play her, if that were to happen.
Okay, let me look her up and see what Naomi's looking like out here in these streets, so I can see what I think.
Yeah. So, and Halle. I'm thinking, am I saying their name right? I know Chloe and Halle or Haley.
It's Halle. I want to say it country, like I want to say Halle. It's Halle, like Halle Berry.
Oh, Halle Berry. Okay, Halle. All right, cool. So yeah, they're already doing the CW with Grownish. So maybe, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, I don't know who could be Naomi now that I'm looking at her. She seems to be a teenager. And I'm pretty sure there's another up and coming young lady who could do this.
Oh, absolutely. I'm sure too.
Okay, Naomi, we're gonna be on the lookout.
Absolutely. But one thing I will say, I wonder. No, what? I'm not gonna do that. All right, I'm not even gonna say that. We're gonna keep it moving.
What you was gonna say? Are they gonna light her up? They gonna make her light skin?
So, no, not that. I'm thinking about the special effects from Black Lightning and the costumes from Black Lightning.
Well, and I don't know if that is Black Lightning specific or if that's a CW. Like, I feel like whenever I don't watch any of those programming often, like Batwoman or Flash or any of that. But when I tune into it occasionally, I feel like it all looks the same. Like costuming, effects, the lighting, the look, the feel. It's all giving me this
cheesy.
Cheesy. Which is why I don't think I was into those other series. Like I'm just watching Black Lightning. I do think Black Lightning is good. And I'm sad to see that it's in its final season for the characters, but yeah, child, I don't know.
I have a little tea about that. So a little bit. So allegedly, the show is ending for like litigation, kind of some behind the scenes issues in ownership of that show. And that's why they're canceling the show, or the show is ending, and they're moving forward with what is his name? What is Painkiller's character? They're moving forward with that one as a new series. versus moving forward with Black Lightning.
Painkiller. Oh, the young guy, the real fine one.
Yeah, so
Wait, is this got to do with something with Mr. Akil?
I don't think they had the intellectual property to be able to produce the show. And I think that this was something that was done in litigation. And when it came out that they had to actually pay the person who owns the rights to this show, they decided to cancel the show.
But it's in its fourth season, like, and we're just now getting to resolving this. I mean, that makes sense because that type of stuff can be a lengthy process, but interesting.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, very interesting.
Okay, so my only thing about that is, whose fault is that? Because this is the only Black superhero show on that network. And you telling me y'all didn't get the rights? Did this happen with The Flash? Did this happen with Batgirl, Robin, and whoever else, the other Marvel, whatever shows they have on there? How did this slip up happen for Black Lightning?
I don't know. But you know, this happens a lot. It happens all the time with ideas and things like that that get stolen and people like reproduce them and put their names on them. And, you know.
Well, that's why I asked, did it have to do with something about him? Because, you know, when all that stuff came out about his show on OWN, you know, someone came out and said, actually, this is my idea. And so now I'm wondering if he's a content stealer.
Oh, no. And you know, because
this is the second time this has happened on a show that is his.
You're absolutely right. I did not even put the pieces together for that. You're absolutely right. Wow.
That's why I'm like, who's dropping the ball? If it's him, get him out.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because at this point, he's messing with people's checks. And we're talking about a whole slew of Black characters, Black actors on both shows who are now going to be without, I mean, they'll find other jobs, but they're losing that stream of income.
That's very true.
Girl, if it's got something to do with him, I can't with him, and he's officially canceled. So, I don't know. I need to do some more research.
Yeah, we'll have to dig into that, and I'll actually reach out to some people that I think are closer to this and see what I can find out. A mess. All right, guys. Next up, we have a headline from New York, CNN Business, that states former First Lady Michelle Obama is launching a kid-centric cooking show on Netflix. So Miss Obama will be starring an executive producer on Waffles and Moochie, which will be available for streaming starting March 16th. The series will be geared towards a younger audience and will feature two puppets named Waffles and Moochie with Miss Obama as the supermarket owner. The show will chronicle their journey as they try to become chefs. With the help of friendly new faces like the supermarket owner Michelle Obama and a magical flying shopping cart as their guide, Waffle and Moochie blast off on global ingredient mission, traveling to kitchen, restaurants, farms, and homes all over the world, cooking up recipes with everyday ingredients alongside renowned chef, home cook, kids, and celebrities. The theme of the show closely aligns with Miss Michelle Obama's Let's Move public health campaign, which was aimed at curbing child obesity. As one of her signature platforms, she tries to lead initiatives that help families get access to healthy, affordable foods and increase their physical activity. So, Brittany, what did you think about Waffles and Moochie, the new cooking show with Miss Michelle Obama?
I think it's super cute. And when I saw it, I was like, oh, this is going to be cute. I don't have a child, but I will be watching just because it's Michelle. And when I seen it, I was like, okay, well, Michelle is, doing a cooking show, but she's playing a character. And I'm all here for Michelle Obama actress.
True. Yes, that is so right. I agree. When I saw this, my eyes lit up. And as you all know, I did say that I had a child this past year, and he's 6 months. So I'm like, oh yes, this is perfect, right up the alley. He can't watch TV yet. I'm not allowing him to. But when I allow him to actually watch television, this is one of the programs that he will be approved, that will be approved for him to watch. Um, I think it's adorable. And with Moochie being like this, have you ever had Moochie before?
I have. I don't like it, but yeah, I had.
Really, I love it. It's one of my favorite like little I can't eat it anymore because I'm a vegan and they don't have like a lot of non-dairy options for the most part. But I loved eating it when I could. So I thought it was adorable, like just too cute.
Yeah, I'm excited about this. I really am. I'm ready to see, what the first few episodes are going to bring us, and I think this is a good look. And it, like you said, it keeps in line with her Let's Move initiative. So Michelle Obama is true to this. So I'm here for it.
Absolutely. I just can't wait to see it and just, yeah, the series as well as all of the other, I'm sure they're going to come out with like, action figures or little stuffed animals. Oh, it's going to be so cute.
It is. Come on, Michelle Obama action figure, stuffed animal or doll or whatever. I'm here for it.
Absolutely. All right, guys, our last headline comes from TheWrap.com, and it states that Michael B. Jordan's Outliner Society expands relationship with Amazon, adds first look film deal. So, Outliner Society, what is that, right? So, according to colorlines.com, Outliner Society is Michael B. Jordan's production company whose mission is to increase the representation of people of color and all women in the entertainment industry. So the new deal that he has just embarked on with Amazon will expand on his existing first look deal. And the partnership now encompasses an exclusive overall TV agreement described as a 360 creative relationship. And the partnership will also see that the actor and his company collaborates with Amazon's other businesses, including fashion, technology, books, and music. Michael B. Jordan states that bringing Outliner Society's slate of films, television, and multimedia content all under the same roof is an exciting next chapter for us. Amazon's global and expansive reach offers us the ability to entertain and engage our audience in innovative ways while maintaining our commitment to support a wide range of stories and storytellers. I'm thrilled to be kicking off the partnership with Without Remorse coming this spring. So, Brittany, we've already kind of seen one of the caveats that Michael B. Jordan will be coming with Amazon with the commercial that we spoke about last week. So clearly this is all aligned with what they're doing. So what are your thoughts about, more of his content being on Amazon?
Yeah, I mean, I'm here for it. Honestly, I was trying to remember what, content we've seen from Outlier as of recent. And the only thing that I can remember is Fahrenheit 451, which I think was on HBO. And then something that he also had a hand in, or his production company had a hand in, was David Makes Man. I don't know if you've seen that on OWN. And I really like that series. And I feel like a lot of people did not watch David Makes Man. It came on, did it come on after Queen's Sugar? Maybe. But it was a really good show. So I think bringing it to Amazon would be getting more eyeballs to that particular content. But yeah, anything my boo wants to put out, I'll fully support him.
Yes, and we see. Okay. Fantastic.
I'm a full supportive woman. Anything he want to do, I'll be there.
You know what? Michael, there you go. There's your audience right there. All right, and on that note, guys, that is it for the industry rant for headline news. Oh God.
All right, you guys, and this week for the spotlight, I'm going to be honoring that brilliant young writer of Stacey Osei Kaffour, who has just been pegged to be the writer of Marvel's reboot of Blade, starring Mahershala Ali. Stacey has been a writer for Watchmen on HBO, and she's also an Emmy-nominated writer for her first season work on Pen 15, which is on Hulu. So this is part of Marvel's initiative to add diversity and inclusion into its slate of films. As we know, earlier last year, they announced Nia DaCosta as the first Black female director of a Marvel film, which she will be directing Marvel, Miss Captain. I don't know what the girl name is. Captain Marvel. She'll be doing that superhero film. But Stacey Osei Kaffour, she will be the writer for Blade, and I'm honestly excited for this. I did not watch Blade, none of the movies with Wesley Snipes, but with Mahershala, who's a talented Oscar-winning actor, and with Stacey at the helm, I just might tune in to see what they're going to offer us. So congratulations to Stacey on this huge accomplishment. We're excited to see what you're going to bring.
Absolutely. I do recall watching Blade back in the day with Wesley Snipes. He's one of my favorite actors to date. And so to see Mahershala Ali step into that role, I know it's going to be fantastic. Like that's a slam dunk. Like I know it's going to be great.
Agree. I mean, I'm all for Black people getting those Marvel checks. Like I said, with Nia, Mahershala, Tiana Parrish is now on WandaVision, and she will be a character which I'm sure that will show up in Marvel movies. We got Anthony Mackie playing the Falcon. All these Black bodies that's getting these Marvel coins. I'm for it because the dollars are there for them. So yeah, this is a good look.
Absolutely, this will be fantastic. And I agree. Get the coins, get the checks. Yeah, yeah, do it. We're supporting all the way. Exactly. All right, guys. In our next segment, we have a pretty long lineup for you, so please bear with us. Here are some. The theme of our streamer skip has to do with, in correlation with Valentine's Day, love. We have three very different films and short films to kind of show you or kind of introduce you to or to recommend for you to watch. And yeah, let's get started. The first is Malcolm and Marie, which is a film about a filmmaker and his girlfriend that discuss their past relationship while returning home from a movie premiere. The writer for this was Sam Levinson, as well as producer with Ashley Levinson and Sam Levinson and Kevin Turner. And also the director was Sam as well, starring Zendaya and John David Washington. The production company for this is Little Lamb and The Reasonable Bunch. And this was streaming on Netflix. So Brittany, what did you think about Malcolm and Marie?
What did I think about Malcolm and Marie? I thought it was okay. Was it my favorite romantic movie? No. Can we call it a romantic movie? I don't know. All they did was argue and smoke cigarettes. I don't know. I'm a huge fan of Zendaya all day, every day. I do think this show helped for me to solidify John David Washington as someone to watch and someone who could, be just as good as his father as an actor. I did see that from this film. I am a fan of Sam Levinson, especially for his work that he does on Euphoria. But am I a fan of Malcolm and Marie? I don't know. I think it was just too much too much dialogue. Like I would go in and out of interest for it. But do I think that it was written well? Yes. But did I want to watch an hour or more of two couples going back and forth? No. I don't know.
Okay, I can see that.
What did you think?
So one thing that I do love about that I liked about the film, shall I say, is that it was based on the industry, television industry, like that dynamic, the dialogue of what they were talking about of, the critics and, being a creative and that whole theme. I actually want to watch the movie that he actually created in the movie. Like
I know, I thought the same thing.
I got to see this movie. He's very convincing. So I love that. And I love the monochromatic of the look of the film, the black and white, basically. And I feel that it had to be in black and white because of the conversation that they had. Had it been in color, that would have distracted from what they were saying. I also think that this movie is something that either you're going to love it or you're going to hate it. There really is no in between with this. There is no gray. This black and white, like pretty much what it is. Me personally, I loved the rawness of it. I feel that this, on the spectrum of love, right, or relationships in a sense, I think that this film just shows the raw, painful, and funny kind of side of what love can be on a spectrum, and what you can give in that. So I think as far as the story and what they were trying to convey, it is gritty and just really painful to watch at times, but I feel that it's a very honest conversation that the only other time I feel that I've seen this recently was in, I believe it's called The Marriage. It was on Netflix.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only time I saw that. That was a dialogue that they had, a scene, and they were just ripping each other to shreds. And I was like, wow, I love that conversation that they had because it's very real and it's honest and it's unforgiving. Like, you leave that conversation like, I fucking hate you. Like, that is what you would say. So I like seeing things like that because it's real. And I know it's jarring for some people to watch something like that, but I mean, it's just honest. And I liked it.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you that when I was watching it, I also felt like I was getting a liking to the marriage story with Scarlett Johansson, just in its honesty of the feelings that each characters were portraying to one another. And I know, especially for Black love, I know we want everything to be peaches and roses and to speak positivity over one another, to affirm one another, to uplift the Black queen, to uplift our Black kings. But sometimes some relationships are like you said, raw, and then you will say something to one another that will cut really deep. Really deep. And like you said, even almost unforgivable, to where it's like to the point where like, I hate you. But so as far as their relationship is concerned, I felt like at the end of the day, they're incompatible. They should dead that relationship. Like, to me, I felt like they were toxic for one another. In my opinion, for relationships, this has nothing to do with film. In relationships, if you are speaking that badly, or if you're going for the gut punch that often, or just to hurt your partner like that, that's some toxicity that I don't want. I don't want you talking to me like that. I don't want you to be talking to me like I'm a nigga off the street or some random, you know what I'm saying, just to hurt me. I don't like that. So in my opinion, I don't feel like they were compatible, but did they do a great job of portraying the raw honesty of what they were going through? Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so I do have a couple caveats to ask you about. So I did see some criticism about the film. The first being that Sam is a white writer, director, and he wrote this script. I don't know whether he had black people in mind to play these characters or what, but I didn't look into it, but I saw a headline that said something along the lines of, he addresses the backlash that he's getting about, casting Zendaya for writing for black characters. I guess that's pretty much what it was. Do you feel any way about that or have any comments about that at all?
I don't feel no way about that. I didn't feel like particularly that this was a black film. I know that, race was brought up in the critique of his film. And honestly, I felt like that was even too much. I felt like that whole rant that he went on at when he was talking about the whatever the article was written by the white lady, I felt like that went over people's heads. Like, even I tuned that out because I'm just like, this is too much in the weeds, too much of a nuance for me to even care, to even understand. I didn't care for that. Other than that, they didn't talk about specifically, within their interactions with one another about race. It was only about the film and race. So I don't feel like, he shouldn't been able to write that because there was nothing incorrect in what was said.
Agreed. Yeah, I didn't find anything jarring other than the fact that, excuse me, I'm going to say this. Sweetheart, I don't know how many black people eat boxed macaroni and cheese and eat it the way that John David Washington ate that, because I didn't grow up like that. And my mom's white, so I know. Brittany, have you ever had boxed macaroni and cheese?
I most definitely had boxed macaroni and cheese. Now, was it something, we probably had Velveeta Shell's macaroni and cheese more than boxed macaroni and cheese. You upgraded with the shells.
He tore that shit up. I was like, what the fuck? I ain't never had no box mac. I remember, you know what? I'm not even going to go on tangent with that. But yeah, that's the only other thing that I said that I just, I thought was funny. But no, I don't. Oh God.
I mean, is it something that I would say, oh, I'm going to watch Malcolm and Marie again? No.
Same. No, I wouldn't watch it again either. It's just, so I guess we get to the point of stream or skip. What would you say?
Oh, this is hard for me. It's hard for me. I'm going to say stream so that you can get your own opinion about what's going on, because also there is a lot of buzz about this being Oscar worthy. So I feel like if you watch The Marriage Story, you should watch Malcolm and Marie.
That's a good, yeah. Okay, that's not that. I would agree with that. I would say stream, but again, I would say it's going to be a love or a hate thing. It's not going to, it's going to be a yes or a no kind of.
Yeah, I mean, go into it with a grain of salt, already knowing these caveats that is black and white, that the setting is in one night only, and that it's literally just dialogue and monologue from two actors. No other characters in this film. So if you go into it with that mindset, you may find it palatable.
Agreed.
All right, guys. So our next movie that we have up is Sylvie's Love. And this movie is about when a young woman meets an aspiring saxophonist in her father's record shop in 1950s Harlem. Their love ignites a sweeping romance that transcends changing times, geography, and professional success. The writer for this movie was Eugene Ash. The producers were, oh gosh, now how do I not look his name up? Do you know how to pronounce his name? Oh, you know what?
I say don't. Don't try it, girl.
Okay, the production company I Am 21 Entertainment, and it's currently on Amazon Prime. So, Brittany, what did you think about Sylvie's Love?
I I thought it was really cute. You know, I'm always a sucker for romantic movies, romance, and I thought it was refreshing just to see black characters in this way. It's like the Black Notebook. So I felt it was refreshing to see um, black love on camera. I really liked it. I mean, when I finished watching it, I had all the feel goods that you would get after watching The Notebook, after watching any Lifetime movie.
Definitely, it made me just say, "Oh, I love love. I'm a hopeless romantic." This was so just like refreshing to see all the butterflies and the hearts come out of your eyes, and you just love love after watching this film. Yeah, it's definitely for me. It's something that I could watch at least once a year, like I do with other films that I absolutely love. So this is something I could put in rotation, and it's just a real feel good. Because unfortunately, with a lot of films, black films at that, for me during this time period, I realized during quarantine there are a lot of traumatic black movies, and during quarantine, I did not want to watch a lot of stuff. And I'm just like, it's nice to that we're starting to get more love stories and more just everyday kind of, everyday people. We're just ordinary people. I don't want to see no more trauma.
Right, other ordinary people falling in love, falling out of love, falling in love with the wrong person at the wrong time, and people following passions and pursuits, and being ambitious, and all that means. And I really liked it.
Yeah, and I also love. I'm glad you spoke about the other passion and pursuits, because I love that. I feel that this was not just about love about between a man and a woman in general. It was more so about her love for herself as well as for her career. And I'm all for women following their hearts with their careers and knowing what they want in life and owning their womanhood and standing firm in that, regardless of what other people are saying, especially society. With this particular film taking place in 1950s Harlem, that was, unseen or heard of at that time for women to really kind of do what Sylvie did in this movie. So I loved every minute of it. And I was like, yes, girl, do it all the way.
Agreed. I that was one of my favorite parts about it too. And I also thought that Tessa Thompson, and I'm not even going to try to butcher this man's name. I'm so sorry to this man. But her her love interest in the movie, I felt like they had great chemistry, to where I believe they had this like this love that just won't let go. You know, I thought they paired well together.
Absolutely. They look really good together on film, and it read perfectly. So I think we came to the conclusion that definitely this is a stream for sure.
Definitely stream. And like you said, this is something that I will be watching, adding it to my rotation of love films, with right up there, like I said, with The Notebook, Love Actually, Love Jones, and I'll be adding Sylvie's love to this.
Absolutely. I'm actually going to watch it again this weekend, so I'm excited. All right, guys. So the next two films that we have coming up, these are short films that we kind of just want to give you an update on. So the first is Tinder. It's a short film, and this is about, after an unexpected one-night stand, two women at very different stages of their lives share an even more intimate morning after. So this was written by Felicia Pride, as well as she produced it in her production company, Felix and Annie. Also worked on this, and is currently on Hulu and Amazon Prime. So, Brittany, were you able to check out Tinder? And if so, what were your thoughts on this short film?
I did not check out Tinder, only because It's streaming currently on Stars, and if you also, what you need a subscription to, and then to watch it on Hulu, you need that add-on. So I didn't, I couldn't watch Tinder, but how was it?
So for those, I don't have. Yeah, you do absolutely what Brittany said. You do have to have that plug-in, but I was able to watch it only because I have my sister's login information. So I was able to plug that right on in and check this out. But Tinder for me, I thought it was a great short film, and it's more so, in my opinion, about an unexpected connection between two human beings. It's bigger than just two women and their one night stand. It's about more, like I said, it's about a connect. I love the fact that it was about a connection that two people can have regardless of what your sex or gender is. I also feel that the director during this time was able to pick up the nuances in the short film that were not spoken with words, but with just how the close-ups were on the framing of the faces of the different actresses in the film. So I thought that they were able to tell a lot about the film in such a short period of time, or the relationship between the two women, by just the shots that they had. So it was beautifully shot. I thought it was a great story that was told. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I definitely say stream and check it out for sure.
I mean, I would definitely like to. We featured Felicia on this show before in the spotlight. She is a writer, most notably writing for Queen Sugar. So I want to see it, and hopefully I will. When I go back home, I'll check on my mom's Stars account.
Absolutely, check it out. All right, guys. The last film that, or short, a series rather, that's currently on streaming on YouTube, is a friend of the show film. This was Perfect, and it's about a father and son. A father and son disagree about the dangers of the perfect woman. This was written by Cadell Cook, and it's currently on YouTube at R. Cadell Cook. So, Brittany, were you able to check this film out?
I didn't. I didn't check it out, but after reading what it was about, I was like, I could probably tell there's gonna be some hot dialogue in here that I'm gonna be giving the side eye, turning my lip up to.
You know what? I watched it, and so what I would say, so the first episode is currently out on YouTube now, and he actually dropped the first episode last year. So this episode has been out for a year now. And episode 2 and 3 won't be released until February. Episode 2 will be released February 13th at 8 p.m. and February 14th. So by the time we drop this episode, episode 2 and 3 should be on YouTube. So you'll be able to watch everything. So what I will say about the film without giving anything away, or the series thus far, is that you will understand if you are a person of a certain age. If you're in your 30s and you've been through some things and you've been through love, you will completely understand where the father is coming from. And if you are someone who's been through your 20s or currently in your 20s right now, you will completely agree with the son. So,
okay.
I get both sides. I get the whole everything where they're coming from, and I love the dialogue and the perspective that was being shown in this scene, especially between two black men. I don't think I've seen that before.
Okay.
I enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Okay. I'm definitely going to watch. I may wait until all 3 episodes are up so I can get that good 3-episode arc to see, what we really talking about. But when you told me about it and told me about what the first episode was about, I was like, I already know.
No, I thought I thought it was an excellent. It was well done. I do.
Okay. So is it going to be one that's going to generate some conversations?
It depends. It all depends. Like, I am more, but see now, it depends, because the Malcolm and Marie situation, I like that shit. Like I like that raw, honest conversation. I like the whole like real deal kind of what it is. Pull it out of you. I have to pull your So I don't know. It just depends. It really depends on your level of the love spectrum. I would say like. If you like warm and ooey gooey love, hearts and kisses, or if you don't mind the nitty gritty kind of rawness that comes with it. It's just I don't know.
Well, I'm looking at all the comments about the first episode on YouTube, and everyone seems to say that they are enjoying it. So
Yeah, I mean, I'm enjoying it to the point where I do agree. I would wait until all 3 episodes have dropped because now I want to know, what's going to happen next. Like, I'm sitting here like, oh, man, like, I just, there was a gem dropped in there and I'm like, oh, what's going to happen next? So I can't wait to watch.
Yeah, that's interesting about, waiting to watch stuff because I ended up binge watching a series last night, a black series on, I can't remember if I was on Amazon or what, but it was called All About Jason. And I'm not even going to go into like who did it, because I don't remember. But, but the series, it was a series and I'm pretty sure it maybe have started out on YouTube. And I binged it. But it made me wonder, like, am I getting spoiled with binging shows to the point where, like, you're episodic and you coming out once a week, I don't want to see you? How do you feel about that? We don't have to add this in the show, but I'm just like, man, put all that out on one time so I can binge it and be done.
No, I agree because I don't like watching. Me personally, I don't like watching anything unless it's all the whole series is out. That's just how I am. I guess I'm spoiled. Oh well. I agree. I want to watch it all at one time. I want it.
Yeah, and I'm just wondering how many other millennials and Gen Zers feel the same way, and how much for people who are watching any program that's episodic, how they feel about it. Just put it all on, like, especially on platforms on like YouTube, Amazon. Put it all out there.
I agree. Yeah. I agree. It should just let it flow and let it go. Yeah.
But back to Perfect. I'm going to wait till the 3rd episode is out and then I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, absolutely. So guys, definitely that's a stream. If you can't tell, definitely go check that out. I think you will enjoy it. If you want to join the live chat that they're going to have on February 13th and 14th, well, this will have already aired. Never mind. Forget what I just said. Because it'll be too late. All right, so that wraps the show.
Attention all independent filmmakers, producers, writers, directors, you name it, we are looking for your content.
If you have a movie, short film, animation, or all of the above, please send us your work because we want to watch it, review it, and rave about it.
To submit, please email us at blackandbehindthescenes@gmail.com or reach out and connect with us on our IG page at blackandbehindthescenes.
Okay, crew, that's it for the show this week.
And if you're watching us on YouTube, please like this video, comment, and subscribe.
If you're listening, thank you for tuning in.
We want you to know that we appreciate every download and view.
Yes, we do. So stay safe and don't forget sharing is caring.
So until next time, I'm Brittany.
And I'm Antoinette. Bye.
Bye.